Hi, we're back again with another video for how to hand sew the mask. What we have done so far is sewn the two pieces together, flipped it inside out, and now we have all of our stitching and loose thread on the inside. What we're going to do today is step 12, okay, which is slip stitch the opening on the side seam. So I'm just going to show you as a reminder, you're going to need to get your thread and, like I said, get an arm's length. So I will do that. And then you're going to thread your needle. So I'm going to just show you again in case you've forgotten or you need just a review with how to thread the needle and tie a knot. Okay, so I'm trying to do this while looking at the video. So you put it through the eye of the needle, pull it till you get to the end of your thread. Okay. So here's my needle. Here all the way at the other end is the end of my thread. I'm going to take the end of my thread and do the same thing we did before, where we take the thread and wrap it around the needle 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Take your finger where you wrapped it, hold on to it, and then pull the needle. So that now, once you go all the way, you have a nice knot. Does everybody see that? Okay, so on the front of the directions is telling you how to do the slip stitch, okay? There is the back stitch that we did, and this is now going to be a different one. So here's an example right here showing you how to do it. So fold 1/4 inch of both edges of the opening to the inside so the folds are even with the stitching. Pin the 2 edges together so the folds meet. Okay, so here is my opening. You want to tuck in the folds, okay, all the way across, and pin, I would pin like one of the edges, okay, so that you have some of it. All right, so then you have that. Again, if you don't have pins, just get a clip or anything you have laying around that can help you keep it together. Okay, and okay, so then you put the needle in at the point where the machine or the hand sewing stitching ends. So we did the hand sewing. So you're going to start at one of the corners. You don't want to start in the middle. And then slip the needle and the thread through one fold edge and then the other, making each portion of the stitch about 1/8 to 1/4 inch long. So you want to make sure it's pretty small, that nothing's going to get through and it's not going to be a big opening. And then you continue to stitch the entire length of the opening, catching the fold of one piece and then the other. And then you'll finish it with a knot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So I'm going to start here, okay? And I'm going to just get the fold, okay? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start on the inside so that you want to make sure that your knot is also on the inside, okay? You don't want the knot to be on the outside. You don't want to see knots, okay? So you're going to go here, and then you're going to get the other fold, okay? And I'm just getting the fold part, so then I'm going to go to the blue side and pick up just the fold. I'm not going through all of it. I'm just going through the fold. Okay? This part can be tricky, so just take your time. Okay? Try not to pick up the other pieces. If you do, it's okay. It's going to take some time. Not everybody can do this on their first try. Even I am struggling. Okay, and then you pull it. Right, and then you do the same thing. Go back, and now I'm going to do like the pattern side. See? So if you see this, I'm just now getting the blue side, and you just keep repeating. Okay, and you want to be careful that that doesn't happen. which sometimes does. So you just want to take your time and untangle it, making sure that you don't get any knots. Sometimes it's helpful to put it down. Doing it in the air is a little tricky. There we go. There we go. So I just finished the blue side, so now I'm going to go back and do the pattern side. And again, you're just getting the fold. And what I want to show you is that you don't see the stitch, okay? See how you don't see it? It's not going over the top or anything. It's going in between. Okay. So I'm just going to keep demonstrating this on camera because I think this is a little bit of a tricky one. We usually do the overcast stitch in the past, but this is a really good one to hide the seams. Okay, and it hides your stitches. So I'm going to take this pin out because I've now gotten to the pin, and now it's just going to get in my way. So again, I'm just going to get the fold. Again, we're going to just do our best. This is going to be really hard because we don't have the teachers at home. Unless you have someone at home that can help you, that would be great. You don't want them to do the project for you, but to have someone that knows what they're doing. And obviously the teachers will be there to answer any questions through, the live classroom. I just hope that this is showing up on camera okay for you guys. And we can demonstrate it live too if you need it. Okay. And I am almost done, and I want to make sure that it's a tight stitch. Like right now I'm kind of keeping it loose so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right, so I got all the way across, and I'm going to make sure that it's pulled tight. Okay, so you can see that it's not, you don't want to pucker, so make sure that it's not pulled too tight. But you can see that there is no stitching, so it's hidden, okay? So what you can do is one last stitch, okay? And then make the loop and pull it through the loop so that there's a knot at the edge. And again, I'm going to put it down and then do that loop knot that I like to do. Okay. Again, make a circle, pull it through, put your finger, and I always do it twice just to make sure it doesn't come undone. Okay, and I left just a little tail. So that was step 11 and 12, just 12 with the slip. Now we're going to do 13. So you have to decide which is going to be the inside or the outside of the mask. So I already have a blue mask, so I want this side to show. So what I'm going to do is fold this way. So you are going to fold to the back, okay? Now, that step 13 is just to choose your side. So that's easy. Then 14 is to fold over the short edges, the left and the right side, a ½ inch to the wrong side. Now remember, this is my wrong side because I want this as my right side. Okay? Now you can get a ruler or you can get a sewing gauge if you have it, and you can make a fold ½ inch. Okay? So you want to make sure it's not too big. And make sure that it is ½ inch, and then you're going to pin. Okay, and I'm just going to measure to make sure that it's even. So I'm a little bit off. And what I would do is pin. You can pin all the way across like this, or you can do the pin where it goes left to right. So either way. Okay, I think we'll do it this way. All right, now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And again, you're going to want to measure 1/2 inch. Okay, I want to make sure that it's even. And this is where your drawstring, that shoelace, is going to go. So you want to make sure that it definitely fits. So it was a little bit off. And I am going to pin again. And again, you don't want to go pin crazy, what I call it, where people just pin, pin, pin right in a row. You don't need that many pins. I think for this, 3 should be enough. And that's even what the picture shows in the video, or in the directions. Okay. Now, the last 3 are sewing and putting in the string. So I'm gonna do one more video for you, and if you want to go ahead, you can just start the next video. You know, everybody's going to be working at different paces, so don't worry about it. And I think your mask is probably looking pretty good at this point. Okay, so just come back for that last video then.